I know it's very easy to tell people to think positively, especially when you don't show them how. And I also know that it's extremely challenging to think positively when your world is crumbling and you just keep failing or falling, and everything that you do does just never seems to work, or the people around you invalidate you or let you down. And your self-doubt creeps in, and your imposter syndrome, and the negative self-talk that happens inside your head just keeps you where you are at and stops you from moving forward. So today I'm going to share with you a few things that I do to help keep a positive mindset. And I get it. I get that it's not easy. I've been there several times where the thought of tomorrow is hard, and getting out of bed is a struggle. And I've tried so many different things, so many different tools and approaches, and to figure out which solution helps to keep me in a positive mindset. And I do several things on a daily basis to make sure that I maintain that positive mindset. So all I can say to you is, even though I'm going to be sharing a tip with you, find what works for you. And the only way you're going to find what works for you is if you continue to do the work. And that work is learning and reading and listening to podcasts and following inspirational, successful people and trying as many different things. Even if you're reluctant, try like as many different things as you possibly can until you find the thing that actually works for you. And it could be more than one thing. But I promise you, if you do the work, you'll find those things which will help you to maintain a positive mindset. One of the biggest things that prevents us from achieving success is ourselves. And it's not to say that positive people don't experience negativity. They do experience negativity, but they don't allow that negativity to fuel negative thoughts. And I think that is something that we need to be extremely mindful of. I view life as a race. Picture or imagine that you are running a race on a racetrack, which has hurdles that you need to overcome. Those hurdles represent challenges and lessons and mistakes and obstacles, and could be people as well that come into your experience to teach you certain things. And if you don't, so the important thing is to not focus on the end of the race or how many hurdles that's in front of you, because there's always going to be hurdles regardless of how successful you are. So focus on the first hurdle and building the strength and the skills and the resilience to get over that first hurdle. And once you've done that, the next hurdle becomes easier because along the way, you've gathered a certain skill set to help you to jump over the next hurdle. And it does become easier as you get towards your goalpost. And don't focus on the outcome. Focus on the person that you are becoming in the process, because that is the strength and the skills that you've accomplished and acquired along the way. So going back to the one tip that I'd like to share with you, and that is to watch the stories you tell yourself. That voice inside your head that tells you whether you can or can't do something. And, if you look at it, your mind has an enemy and it has a friend. So when it's speaking to you as a friend, it is guiding you towards the things that you need to do to get towards your goals. It's fueling your belief in terms of your ability to get towards your goals. But if it is negative talk, then that is your enemy that is preventing you or stopping you and delaying you from getting to achieve success. If you think about an enemy, would you listen to your enemy in reality? Because your enemy doesn't want you to succeed. They want to win. And the question you need to ask yourself is, are you going to allow your enemy to win? But also bear in mind that that negative self-talk is also a clue as to what it is you need to fix. So as an example, if you're telling yourself you can't do something because it's hard, remember that the only way to get to success is if you do that hard thing, that thing that is trying to stop you from getting there. And your mind is going to come up with a million reasons as to why you can't do this. The enemy is going to tell you that you don't have time, you don't have the skills, you don't have money, you don't have resources to be able to overcome that obstacle. Are you going to let that enemy win? And I think that's where a lot of people give up, because doing the hard things is hard in the beginning, and it's just easier to give up, or easier to just continue to do what we've always done. You know, I often, when I have the negative self-talk going on in my head, I have a conversation with myself and I'll convince my enemy that, you know what, I get that this is hard, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I promise you, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. But the point is that you have to start somewhere. So wealthy habits number 1, start thinking positively and do what you need to do to figure out how you're going to get there. I know you got this.